This week on the Cruising Kiwis, it rains. Alex is lucky it's a wet day. So lucky for you, Alex, it's a wet day. And we meet an iconic Kiwi businessman on his super yacht.
Hello, Micheal Hill Jeweler.
I spend my time bending spoons at night. Don't think about my worries. Don't worry about my life. I'm fine. Started on a rainy day. I thought that the clouds would just roll away, but they stayed. I never thought that I'd get cold. What a lesson I've been told.
It is pouring down here in Northern Lao Group. Got buckets everywhere, picking up all those raindrops, and we can do our washing. We have two 250 litre water tanks on the boat, which we use for our washing dishes, drinking water, brushing our teeth, washing our hands, that kind of thing. We do have a water maker. It makes 60 litres of water an hour, and you know, one wash of clothes can use 60 litres of water. So this is the guilt-free method of cleaning our clothes. And this is the first real downpour we've had in the last 3 weeks. We're making hay while the sun shines. Or rather doesn't. It's 271 steps up to the village, and the record is 56 seconds. Alex Lock, well, his record is safe today because Rob would have gone for it, but it's a little wet and slippery.
Very wet.
So lucky for you, Alex, it's a wet day. Otherwise, we'd have had that.
Thank you, Rachel. Oh, enjoy your optimism.
I said we. You. I wouldn't.
No.
Come on then.
And off she goes. She's timing herself walking it. Alex, your record is safe.
So it turns out this place isn't actually a village. It's just, well, it was a village and they used to make copra here, but it got blown apart by Cyclone Winston, so now there's just two guys living here. And so we're just going to go up here. Apparently there's a blue house with a great view of the anchorage that we're in. We were not the only boat in the anchorage. We were sharing the space with the Beast, a New Zealand built super yacht on her maiden voyage, owned by iconic New Zealand businessman Sir
Micheal Hill Jeweler
and his wife Lady Christine. From our vantage point on the hill, we watched in horror as their tender, out for a tour of the harbour, circled our boat with its laundry on display, undies and all.
Now we see Sir Micheal, Rachel. He's doing a bit of surveillance on our... They were heading one direction, you could see the track, and then they did a U-turn.
Yeah.
They're going in for a closer look.
And he's probably admiring all our lovely laundry that's drying on the side. Well, is it drying in the rain? I'm not sure.
I can't see it doing a whole lot of drying at the moment. He's probably admiring our anchorage actually as much as anything.
Yeah.
We can see it there, can't you? See, it's the lighter.
Yeah, it's nice. We're in nice water.
Nice water there. And he's doing a circuit. Oh, he's
getting a good view of all.
He's getting a view of all your undies, sweet.
Oh my God.
Hope the boys go out and say hello.
So we had torrential rain in the night and our buckets are full. That one's full of washing, that one's full of water. There are 2 more on the other side of the boat, but sad news is we've got 2 boys in the water because Rob decided to hang up 2 of our towels yesterday without pegs on, and I think they must have got waterlogged and fell in the water. So the boys, oh, there we go. Ivan has just dived down. There we go, that didn't take long. Yes. Success! Hey, hey! 2 towels returned to their rightful place. What's that?
$5 each.
Yeah, well, they were bribed to get in the water to do that. Excellent. Well done, boys. Bring them back and we'll wash them out.
Checks in the mail.
Victorious! A good day's work. And now, your second job is to go and find the bowl that Ivan dropped overboard yesterday. See, a boy's work is never done. And actually, while they do that, Rob and I are getting ourselves ready, beautifying, because we've been invited over for a coffee on the beach.
You know, it's lovely, this whole sailing community, there's a kind of shared bond, and the fact that we've been invited on Sir Micheal and Lady Christine's boat is really cool. I have to admit, there's a bit of boat envy. You can't help but have a bit of boat envy, but the reality is we know size doesn't matter, unless we're talking chocolate, and then the king size is definitely the one to go for. And actually I should, on that note, let you know that we have run out of chocolate, which is an absolute disaster.
Whittaker's, the finest chocolate on earth.
Pretty good bar as well, creamy. Creamy caramel. We've saved one of the best to last.
And looking forward to going on to the beast and having a chat with Sir Micheal and hearing some of his insights about how he became a successful businessman. Sir Micheal, it is such a pleasure to be here. Thank you so much for the invitation to be on the beast. It's amazing, and what an adventure you've had. Can you tell us quickly your story? I know a little bit about it, but in your words?
My beginning was quite unusual, really, because I really didn't think I had much going for me until the age of 40, and I was married with Christine. We had 2 children, and we built a beautiful home in Wongeran, and when it burnt to the ground, it shook me up so much that I realised that I needed to get started. So at 40, I had some goal setting and decided to either buy my uncle out, where I'd been working for 23 years, and he never really liked me too much, so he wouldn't sell to me, so left me with the perfect option to start up an opposition. And, so we started up, and it just went like wildfire afterwards. It was quite amazing, actually.
It's an incredible story. You were 40?
Yeah. So
really?
1979 we started, so...
Isn't that incredible? I mean, it's never too late.
No, well, it isn't. I mean, you know, I started at 40, but Ray Kroc started at 56 with McDonald's, so, you know, it's interesting, really, just how...
So I'm 55. I'm just about to start.
Life could be about to start next year.
Yeah, that's so inspiring.
Yeah.
I mean, life's an adventure, and you do need to embrace that through the challenging times, too. If you can sort of keep that in mind, that this is just another challenge along the way. You've had plenty, I'm sure.
Yes, well, I think it's only until you're really challenged that it brings the best out of you, and I've always found that the harder times have actually brought out by far the best of me. I mean, the house, I had literally nothing, and except what we stood up in, but that was actually the making of me, and it made me much stronger and much more resilient. But you have to learn from those mistakes. You don't want to be making the same mistakes again, but every time you make a mistake, in fact, if you're not making a mistake in a year, I don't believe you're pushing yourself hard enough, because I think if you push yourself, you can always achieve new boundaries.
So Micheal, a question just rose in my head. While you're on the boat here, you know, keeping things going, what are your shareholders thinking?
That's a funny one, really. It's a funny thing, but everybody does need time to think. Absolutely. And it's a strange thing, you know, when you're in a position like this on a beautiful vessel. It does give you plenty of time to think and visualise, and that's very important. A lot of people today are too caught up with texting and Instagram and Facebook and goodness knows what. and then their brain never switches off from that,
Yeah.
and it becomes complete overload on the laptop computer. And I believe it's it's like a sort of a meditation, really. So if you can release all that and clear your mind of all those unnecessary baggage or thoughts,
Yeah.
it's like rebooting your computer. I guess what I've learnt really is that you need to set a goal. I've always planned goals. I've always thought well ahead, and you need to start visualising those goals to make them happen. And the other thing is it takes in life, I think, is you always have to have a determination to succeed. And I think without that, your goals are not going to come, all of them are going to come to pass. The other thing is I've found that, you know, at one stage I had enough money and enough everything going that I really didn't need to do anymore, and I tried retirement for about 3 months at Santry Cove on the Gold Coast where we were living, and I've never had 3 more miserable months of my life, because, you know, there was nothing to think about except playing golf, and it was just so empty, so I couldn't wait to get in it. But the big secret is, whatever your goals are, always have a bigger mountain, another Everest to climb that's high, because it's always a matter of pursuing and keep pursuing and pursuing and never giving in. And I think that's the reason why, you know, one stays young as well. The moment you stop visualising and dreaming and don't have something to wake up in bed in the morning for, that's not a good call.
Speaking of which, may I ask your age?
Well, I'm now 80.
I thought I knew you were in your 70s actually, but okay, wow.
Yes.
That's
so,
congratulations.
For the next 10 years, a good life, I hope.
And some.
Thank you.
Centurion, I suspect, on the way.
Thank you.
As we said our farewells to the hills and disappeared into the belly of the beach, we reflected on the quirkiness of ocean cruising. Cleaning your smalls in rainwater one day to having coffees with millionaires on their super yacht the next. And still the following day have them take our sopping laundry out of the rain and re-wash and dry it for us. Life doesn't get much better than that.
Woo! Now that is a boat. Well, I just want to do a quick recap about last week's episode regarding the fishing fail, the mahi catching and releasing program that we operated that episode, where we caught a mahi. The mahi lure caught me in the foot, the toe, the second toe, and the heel, and we had a minor surgical procedure to remove said lure from my foot. Just want to say thanks to the people who have passed on their best wishes and hoping for a speedy recovery. I can report the recovery has been speedy and my foot is all okay, in particular my big toe. So if you enjoyed this episode, please feel free to share it with your friends and subscribe. Give us a thumbs up, it would be awesome. It's really good for us if you can. And just get amongst it. Get out there, have adventure. Life's an adventure. Cheers.